There's a lot to answer for because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. First carry for the former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. You kill. Here, 21. 23.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. And this one complete to Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they...
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jack Doyle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the team...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
20.
Newton on 3rd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
56. Go. 56, right there. 56. No, you're check fast. 56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
I get it.
They will go for it. Now Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
He's checking. He's Great.
On first down, it's Newton. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 43. 13. It's a safety creep. Check.
Breeze leads this one with Kamara. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Under 10.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Play action. Breeze. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Kill.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
He's brought down by Shaq Thompson. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
11.
From just shy of midfield, Breeze. Thomas has got it, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Mike, 54. Let's go, defense.
Bree's going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Kill. Hey, easy.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He's got Jack Doyle. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Scarlett. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go. Pick it up, G.
Express.
Motion. Reset.
Gun.
56.
Out of the gun, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
We got to step it up.
Great.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
91 is the mic. Here we go. Check 91.
20.
Mike 91. Carmen. Echo.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Breeze now. He's got Smith here. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards.
You're waiting. You're 21.
To throw is Breeze. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. From the 30 on 2nd down, Newton. Now he's forced out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st. Newton on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Gun. Check. Move.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Great. 56, right there, 56.
On 3rd down, Newton. It's caught inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. And the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
49, check 49, check 49. Gun. Check 13.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack on 1st down, Newton to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Vinatieri's kick is good. So it's halftime here in New Orleans where the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start it.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Anzalone. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. This is Scarlett on the carry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. It leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now Cobb to return. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Sammy! Alert 3, 5-9. Alert 3. Check. Over. Check 30. Over. Check.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
At the Panthers' 47-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check, 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 check.
Now Breeze. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Easy, opposite. Watch twist. Hey, Charlie. 59's Mike. Check, 59.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. He's got his target. It's called. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.